Well, I'm pretty sure by now that most of you know I love Advent and the whole Christmas holiday season. I find it to be solid evidence that humankind can act caring and loving and aim itself collectively toward peace on earth, goodwill to all. And I find so much hope in that. I really do. And the rest of the year may suggest it's not possible. But this time of the year proves that it is. We are, by and large, our better selves as individuals and culturally. Love, the desire and action toward the well-being of others soaks the season. Seeking justice and loving kindness and walking humbly with our God is in the air almost everywhere. It's in our actions and words. It's in the sights and sounds. And all that love abounding makes a huge difference in our daily lives this time of year. And we like it. And some of us even love it. I am one of those, and most of you know that. Most of you also know that this time of year I try to spend at least one Sunday on Mary and her powerful song, the Magnificat, a song about distributive justice. Everybody getting what is due, and what is due is well-being, peace. To act lovingly is not just to provide physical gifts, the material means to acquire gifts. To act lovingly includes seeking justice, which means providing what is due, and Mary's song is about that. Jesus' life and way are all about that. And working toward ending injustices shows that we are on Jesus' way. And at this time of year, we especially give to those in need gifts of basic necessities. We even give those in jail prayers and hopes and focused desires for their well-being. As I said, justice means getting what is due, and what is due is well-being, peace, and love. Love is the desire and the action toward well-being, which includes working to provide justice so that all might have that peace. And that is the core of many faiths, but it's certainly front and center on Jesus' way. And while there is no doubt that Advent and Christmas are soaked by love, there are some parts of this season that have, over the years, got misdirected and away sometimes from the well-being of others. One example is that every year I hear about some folk trying to force the religious nature of the holiday on others and insisting that government, private businesses, and individuals must have Merry Christmas rolling off their tongues, or the Christmas religious images displayed in the streets and storefronts, even on everyone's coffee cups. And that approach sets aside the well-being of non-Christians who would rather just have a happy holiday or ignore the religious nature of Christmas because it's not a part of their faith. Justice does not seem to be sought in that way of wasting Christmas on others. Christmas is not loved either, nor is that even close to humbly walking with God. And such an approach does not, of course, destroy the season, but it metaphorically puts ugly, unloving, unjust little nicks on our nativity displays. And I suspect most of us here this morning and in many other mainline churches get the unjustness and unkindness of forcing Christmas on others. There is, I think, a lot of hope in that. There's another misdirection and injustice in this season that I suspect many of us have not thought about, or much at all if we have. It's something that glared at me when I was reading the scripture lesson that I chose for today. The lesson features women as primary characters in the Christmas narrative. We tend to hear and see about the Christmas story are images mostly dominated by male figures. Mary, of course, is lifted up by tradition, but usually limited as the submissive miracle virgin chosen to conceive a male God's son. We picture her at Christmas as submissive to the male God, angel and men. We imagine her led by Joseph on a donkey, led by an innkeeper to a stable, and surrounded there by men, shepherds, and 3 kings from afar. Although our lesson has Mary and Elizabeth featured, it is male adults who traditionally fill the Christmas stories, taking almost all the roles and ways we are taught by tradition to imagine the story. Joseph, Herod, and his henchmen, the innkeeper, the shepherds, and the so-called wise men are the good and the bad. And I say so-called wise men because they're actually called magi in the Bible, and magi were a group of people that included women. And God and Gabriel are also given male status, which to me is not very logical, since neither God nor angels have an existence suggesting a need for male physiology. Neither mates or procreates. The Christmas story that we have in our head is dominated by male figures. Even the most famous secular Christmas stories are traditionally inundated with males: Santa and Frosty, Ebenezer Scrooge, Rudolph, and all the other sled reindeer, plus that guy in his kerchief trying to settle down for a long winter's nap. Men everywhere. And it's not that men are not wonderful, but seriously, they are not unequally valued by God. And more to the point, men do not actually dominate the Jesus story in the beginning, or for that matter, in the end. Indeed, an argument can be made that women dominate both the Easter and Christmas beginning moments. The miraculous end of Jesus' life story on Easter and the miraculous beginning of Jesus' life story on Christmas both prominently feature females doing what men did not and would not do. Women are chosen by God to deliver Jesus from the womb and from the tomb. And here's the cool fact. In the beginning, and in the end, at least one of the women is named Mary. Mary is the English way of saying Miriam. Miriam first appears in the Bible as a name given to the sister of Moses. And most of us know that she rescued Moses, the infant Moses, delivering him safely to another female, Pharaoh's daughter. Miriam also grew up to be a great prophet in her own right, leading the Hebrews alongside of Moses and Aaron in the Exodus story. Part of the first Miriam story may be one of the oldest in the Bible. She leads the first worship service after the Red Sea crossing in gratitude for the divine delivery from oppression. Miriam is the first woman prophet, and her name means both bitter and rebellion. Bitter over the oppression and rebellion in the successful Exodus she co-led. In the early Jesus following, it was remembered at the end in the Easter narrative, another woman named Miriam, Mary in English, led the first encounter of the risen Christ and led the first dissemination of the good news of Christ's resurrection. Men did not have the first encounter with the risen Christ. Men did not speak the good news first. The men's first encounters with the risen Christ depended upon women to deliver the news. The women at the start of the resurrection narratives are the ones who speak on behalf of God to God's people. And that is literally the definition of a prophet. And forgive the pun, but out of the pregnant pause of the tomb, women were chosen by God to deliver the good news. They midwife the heavenly news at Easter of Jesus' new beginning, alive, out of the tomb, forever. That's Easter. And at the beginning of the Christmas narrative in Luke, we have the other bookend to the Jesus story, which begins with women midwifing the heavenly news that Christmas is coming. Jesus is arriving. Obviously, the Christmas story has a Miriam too, a Mary, who first encounters Jesus at birth, but also in the heavenly news she would conceive, and in the actual heavenly conception. And in Luke, Mary is joined in first knowing the news of the pregnancy by another woman, Elizabeth. The name Elizabeth also appears in the Exodus story. It is the name of Miriam and Moses' sister-in-law who's married to their brother, Aaron. And it's no accident that our New Testament Elizabeth is said to be from the same priestly line as Aaron. Names mean much in the Bible. In the Christmas narrative, we have two of the most powerful family names from the Exodus story represented in these women, Elizabeth and Mary. And Luke traces Jesus' stepdad, Joseph, to other famous Bible characters, but it is the women he links to the Exodus prophets, Moses and Mary and Aaron. And at this point in the story, Elizabeth and Mary alone know that Jesus is coming. In Luke, not even Joseph is said to know that good news. The only biological male that seems to know is in embryonic form in Elizabeth's womb, the unborn, someday a prophet to be. But that tiny leaping in the womb, John the Baptist, is not a prophet. In the Christmas story at the beginning, there are, however, two actual prophets at the beginning. Two people whom we unjustly, rarely if ever, think of as prophets. But Luke clearly meant for them to be known as prophets and remembered as prophets, and God chose them to be prophets. And if you haven't guessed yet, it's Mary and Elizabeth. All the imagery of males in the Christmas story that we have put in our heads leave out that two women prophets speak for God to God's people to start Luke's Christmas narrative off. God is remembered in the Bible as choosing and trusting women to have powerful, prophetic, earth-altering roles. They are not submissive. They speak out in our lesson for God to all God's people with courage and strength and enthusiasm. Elizabeth loudly proclaimed to Mary, "Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb. And whence is this to me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me? For lo, as soon as the voice of thy salutation sounded in my ears, the babe leapt in my womb for joy. And blessed is she that believed, for there shall be a performance of those things which were told her from the Lord." Elizabeth speaks of blessings toward Mary. And when Jesus is blessed, it is notably as the fruit of the womb, of Mary's womb. Just like John the Baptist later prophetically announces Jesus' arrival and blesses him with a baptism, his mom, Elizabeth, announced Jesus' mom's arrival and blessed her first. And it's because Mary believed. And that her belief is setting in motion the hope and the promise of Jesus' birth and life and all that follows. The hope is detailed by Mary in her powerful, prophetic song, the Magnificat. Mary herself is so powerful that her soul is said to literally magnify the Lord. She's so important that she is said to be called blessed by all generations, an honor reserved for very few in the Bible. And Mary offers the hopeful description of God, not just seeking justice, but providing it, not just loving kindness, but giving it. As we heard, Mary notes that God is mighty, has done great things, is holy and merciful. But Mary also notes that God will show strength, scattering the proud and even things up by bringing down the mighty and lifting up the lowly, feeding the hungry, dealing with the rich who have not shared their blessings by helping their neighbors. Mary's song is a prophetic overview of the promise of Jesus' life, which we now know is a promise fulfilled and being fulfilled. The fruit of her womb. Jesus teaches and lives out what Mary pretends in her song. He is the promise of peace on earth, goodwill to all, is so hopeful. The hope is love, justice, and peace, summarized by Luke in the angelic proclamation of peace on earth, goodwill to all. And that hope is for the world and for us as church, and for us as individuals. It's why we are here every Sunday, but also why we are especially full of hope during Advent and Christmas. That hope began with two women chosen by God, and both delivered prophetic sons. But first, Elizabeth and Mary delivered Christmas prophecies in a time pregnant with the possibilities of conceiving a new ruler through Jesus, the Christ. And Jesus, the Christ's reign requires us in our own turn to conceive and deliver the same good news those two amazing women did ages ago. The good news is the promise and the hope of peace on earth, goodwill to all, and that it is achievable through love and justice and kindness aimed at the well-being of everyone. That's Jesus, and God has called to us to actively work to achieve. And it's their hope that we achieve it. And every year during Advent and Christmas, we show the promise that we can. And then we ourselves become hopeful and the vehicles of hope, like Elizabeth and Mary and Jesus.